Hello guys, Thomas XSL. Once again, we're coming back to work on this yacht again tonight. I know it seems like one long episode of just us building the yacht, but I'm working on it a couple hours a night at a time. It's the third night. But before we get started, there's someone was asking for help about their nephew missing, and I thought I'd just throw this up just in case anybody knows anything about this. They can maybe help out. It says, I know this is a long shot, but SL isn't all that big, and there might be someone out there who knows a friend of a friend who knows my nephew. For the past month or so, he's been disappearing for hours at a time or overnights. He's doing some sort of drug that we're not sure of yet. He was last seen fighting my dad to get away with his stuffed backpack and this other kid whose mom had already called the police 2 days earlier. Here is the poster I have, and here is the poster. Says, this is my nephew Joey, left with another boy named Cody Bryant, who has already been missing for 2 days prior to this. If you see Joey, call or text me. And this is 541-905-9318. Or my sister, 503-997-8731, or call 911. This was over Vancouver, Washington, last seen near 162nd and Poplar, Vancouver, Washington. And it says, please call 503-997-8731 or Clark County Sheriff Department. He's 5'7", 5 foot 7 inches, 157 pounds, and 15 years old. So he was last seen on Saturday, the 19th. So I just wanted to pass that along. If anybody knows, if they're watching this video and they know anything about this, they can contact those numbers. And I just wanted to do that before we get started today, because that came. Someone had put that up in a group. I believe it was in a group chat, and they seemed really desperate for any information on that. So any information you have could always end up helping out. So we're going to proceed. Let's start off again where we dropped off from, or where I stopped from last night. And let me bring up move her back as I'm about to jump off this, and position myself over here. And see, I remember I had an idea for this window unit, and I wasn't quite. Okay, I remember now what I was going to do with it. Edit. I know it's funny looking because it seems like it's one big video, but it's a couple hours of work for several nights. And then when I edit this, I think I'm going to edit it actually in like little broken up episodes, so it's not one 7-hour long video. I think I was talking about that last night. I changed the wind light setting to wind light settings on sunset now instead of sunrise, so the sun is over to our west and not our east. See this guy here, I'm going to go ahead. Going to detaper this side. There we go. About there is good. I'm going to pull this window up just a little bit. Oh, I'm going to stretch it up rather. Just a little bit up and a little bit down, because it's to come down a little bit. Right about there is good. I may shrink this glass down to some. Right about there. Shrink the wall down as well, right about there. Let's see, and now res a hemicylinder, spin it around because their round edge faces west and I need it to face east. It's going to maneuver it into place where this edge is touching here. I need to get us going on GIMP pretty soon too, which is the free version of Photoshop. The open source version, I guess you would say, of Photoshop. It's all the fun of Photoshop without the, is it over $100 now for Photoshop, I think. GIMP is free, downloadable. I'll put the link in the description when I'll announce when I'm going to do that though. That's when we get closer to using the actual application. But when it comes to texturing, I mean, we'll be using GIMP big time, and you can use GIMP to create clothes, which is pretty cool. You can create system clothes. Shift copy drag this glass in real life, shift over my table. And I want to put that right in the center of this prim, so I'm going to come down to the end, where it's nice and shaded, and I can actually see exactly where that's going to line up. There we go. So I can run back to the front of the ship and line this prim up here. Right there. Actually, you know what? This piece has got to come down. Stretch that piece down right there, perfect. And someone was asking me the other day about, went to hang out with one of my friends, and she was asking if with there's a new Second Life coming out, new platform, and she was asking if I was going to go over to it. And I told her I'll go over to it just to check it out, see what it's about. And I mean, I'm going to do a show. It'll be like an Into SL kind of show on, I wouldn't say I'm going to do a junk box show, because that's more of fiddling around with stuff and messing with stuff. But I'm just going to do like a show just to check it out, see what's going on in there. But overall, I'm not going to leave the standard SL to go, like, just stay in the second SL forever. I'll still be in this SL. Moreover, I'll probably just be in the second SL just to kind of report on, just to do the first show about what it's like, what it looks like, and then I'll keep my other shows over here in the regular SL. Honestly, though, I don't know why they're doing a second one. They should just focus on making this first SL better, or running smoother. All these viewers have little quirks in them that can always be ironed out. The SL default viewer is That would be like one of the top ones to iron out, because that one is so hard to navigate. It really is. That one is a major pain to try and navigate. And I've heard with this, with the next Second Life that's coming out, supposedly there's going to be no way for third-party viewers. Like I was on Firestorm. Firestorm's kind of weighty now. I did the update a while back, and Firestorm it just runs like a fat cow. I mean, your computer will be so it just take a lot for your computer to run. Here I am in Singularity running 2 viewers, mine and Queenie Meow's viewer, and it's running alright, but just running like one of Firestorm is like pretty heavy. Pretty heavy viewer to run. I'll taper that, and I'm actually going to stretch that out a little more. Maybe not so much taper. About 50 on the taper, I guess. And I'm going to pull up the top. Oh. Damn, side table's making noise. Play it like an accordion. Let me see if I can get that out a little bit more. So what's great about these prims, man, you could just stretch the hell out of them. And I guess I don't know if I should hollow out or not, but I guess I will. Well, you know what? But then you're gonna be able to like see down the ship. Let me just de-hollow that. There you go. That's good enough. Trying to think of other trick things to do as far as the windows. Just as a square here. You know, one thing that'll help too, make the viewer run less. Wait, you know what? Does she have any? She has animations. She's got something called a slut dance. What's a slut dance? It's like gonna have her dance in the background. Where's her AO at? I'm just gonna leave her gyrating like this because that's too funny. I'm gonna minimize her viewer so that it'll take up a little less. It's a little less stuff running if her viewer is minimized. Gonna let this box come out just a little bit. There we go. Wait, not sides. I need stretch. Uncheck, stretch both sides. Grab the green square and you'll notice I'm kind of leaving it overhanging on either side of the window because I want to curve this frame down. Yep. Killing the pop-ups as they come up. People are probably wondering why I don't just shrink down my filming screen down or take off AO and map and all that stuff, but since this is just I'll leave them up. You're gonna see them when you're doing your own build. So let me see. And I want to do. I don't think if I should do a torus and still maybe not. Another cylinder on the green circle, rotate cam up, and there we go. I never know which path cut goes which direction, so we just gotta grab the first one. Oh, and the first one is exactly where we needed to do. Put that to there. Oop, a little off. Push it in. And let me see. What the heck am I doing? Okay. Blue axis. Want to match this up. Oop, very close to right there. And right there. Let's see if I can do this correctly. Stretch both sides, grab the red square, red this way, green to the back, actually green all the way, about to the back. Gonna work this on one side and then pull our finished right side to our left side. Zoom in, see we zoom in and the little square gets smaller. Trying to guess. I'm trying to guess if that's enough. That's probably enough room. Uncheck, stretch both sides and pull down, all the way down. Yeah, right about there is good. Now gotta stretch. Oh, I gotta go to edit link prims. Highlight the one prim I want to stretch out. Highlight, stretch both sides, grab this round prim and pull from the green back. And about there, nice, on a nice quarter curve there. And just start hollowing till you get to too much. Too much, too little. Okay, and what number is that? 55. Let's go 50. It goes in increments of 5, so you just go 57. And perfect. Grab this black glass and just pull it all the way back. Yeah, it looks like we could probably do 58 on that. Ooh, excuse me. Hope that belt shouldn't go into the mic. Yeah, 58. That looks good. Damn it. Okay. That's going to work for this. And let me see, this guy here needs to be, actually it is pulled down. Why is that? Is it like that on the other side? No. Okay, so I'm going to go top side and I'm going to pull. What is that? Oh, that was the square. There we go. I thought that was the, so blind, I thought that was the tapered part of the window. How did that get extended so much? There we go. There we go. That looks a little better. It's a little, this curve's a little too harsh, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drag this forward to kind of elongate that curve. There we go. And our window's kind of poking out here on the corner right there. But if we touch the glass and move it down some, it disappears. There we go. That's looking better. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and grab that again, and actually let me grab this, scoot this down. So if you make a decent yacht, you can make some pretty good money, lindens. You can make some pretty good linden dollars in SL. I'm just gonna scoot this forward then, and that's gonna disappear. There we go. That looks good. That looks good. That ass, yo. No, now we gotta grab, I'm gonna grab these pieces up here. Select the first one, shift, select the second one, link and shift and drag on the green axis to make a copy, which we're going to line up to right here, I guess. We line it up to on this edge right there. We should get it. Sometimes it's a tug of war, man, going back and forth with this damn mouse. There we go. And that's close enough for our yacht. You can always tweak, you know, on the one you make. That's my excuse for. That's gonna be my excuse for shoddy workmanship in this video. Is you know, on your own, you can tweak it. I'm gonna shift select everything, link it all together. How many are we looking at now? Oh, up to 114 prims. Remember, you can link up to 256 prims. That's your overall linking limit for anything. But this is looking pretty good so far. We got just a base. We're interested in just putting. What the heck is that noise? You know what? I think I have a video running. Hold on. What the heck? There's somebody right below us. Who is that? It's not Queenie Meow. Who is on the ground? Damn it, somebody's on the ground making noise down there. See, this is... Oh no, that's... Who is that? It's showing Queenie Meow, but she's not below us. She's on the same level as us. Anyway, somebody's down there on the ground with a Hemi engine running. I could hear it. Cynthia, Tom, Tennessee Country Boy. Maybe he's driving around. Now we're 272 meters up. I'm surprised that if somebody is on the ground with a car, that we can hear it so easily. Thought usually they would go out with what's it, the sound Doppler, like the sound would go out. I'm not sure how far sound carries in SL, how many meters, but I'm very surprised that we are hearing that car. I thought I had a video running, like, unknowingly or not, or something. I know my inventory wasn't open, so I definitely didn't click on any sounds. That'd be another thing we're going to get into as well, is making your own sounds, like vehicle sounds. And for that, we're going to use a program called Audacity. I don't know what is that? I don't know what Audacity is. I don't know how to word this. I don't know what Audacity is, like copying. Like how GIMP is the photo manipulation tool in the free, on the open source side. It's like the free version of Photoshop. Audacity is like GIMP, but it has to do with sound. I don't know, maybe y'all know what I can't think. Let me stop for a moment because I can't think and speak. Or I can't work and speak. Audacity is kind of like an audio version of Photoshop. Well, it's like GIMP. It's a free version of audio manipulation program. But I don't know what I don't know what audio software you'd be using and paying for. But whichever one that sounds familiar, whichever one that sounds familiar to you, Audacity is the free version of that. Yeah, who is that? Yeah, it is Tom, Tennessee Country Boy. Guy's got my name. And he's down there with a car build, he probably did. whatever it is. It's not like a muscle car or a hot rod. Maybe a dragster. I think we're gonna go ahead and make this an overhang as well. And let me see. Looking good so far. So we got one deck, a below deck, first deck, second deck, and on this third deck, that's going to be, this will be where our driver's seat is. So I'm going to go ahead and we need stairs up here. I'm going to put stairs on this side, on the left side. Yeah, I'm really surprised you can hear sound up this high. Figure at over 250 meters away, you'd just drown out and you wouldn't hear them. Sounded pretty loud. Okay. Like we did yesterday, shift drag to the side, control Z back into position, hit stretch and stretch that prim down this way, grab or select the other prim and stretch it the other way. Position, I'm gonna shift drag, I'm gonna shift and click this other one as if we're going to link it, but instead of linking it, I'm going to push it back a little bit and grab this big prim here, hit stretch, and I'm going to stretch it back like so. There we go. I'm going to grab this prim right here. Actually, I'm going to grab this prim, pull back, shift drag, a copy back, hit stretch. I'm going to stretch this down to where it's just connecting. Okay. Push this side down a bit. About there is good. And stretch both sides on. I'm going to stretch both sides to themselves. Right about there is good. And a little bit. There we go. Queenie Meow is like here I am, she's like poking her head out. Shift drag, copy sideways, turn off stretch both sides. Stretch both ends manually to the center and turn that box into a cylinder. Cylinder. And begin path cutting right to the green circle, right to the green box at 250 on the first path cut. The second one we're going to go to, there we go, to the red box at 500. Pull the green side till that connects. Pull the red square till that connects like so. A little bit more on this side. There we go. Stretch both sides and grab the other side of that green square and just line it up. There we go. Uncheck, stretch both sides, go back to your positioning, highlight your top positioning circle and shift drag copy of that and drag it all the way to the end. Cam yourself down there, rotate, highlight the red circle and snap to grid, 180 degrees around. There we go. And let me see, with everything good and good, we're going to go ahead and shift, select everything, and link it to the ship. There we go. I'm going to position my, click on the ship, and walk myself down here to the end. Yeah, that should be a good enough gap. With a short set of stairs, we'll be able to climb that pretty easily. So this whole ship we're going to be wearing. Haven't decided where the attachment point's going to be at exactly, but Gonna need, after this I'm gonna establish the seats. Up here I'll probably put another little extra windshield and little side some side wing glass on the sides. Not completely, we're not gonna enclose this part. Oh, we'll get to work on making the, what is it, the spoiler to hold the or the mast to hold the radar and all that good stuff. I guess I'm going to start making stairs. Just throw down a box. I'm going to rotate this one down to south on the red circle, and I'm going to start path cutting. And I always, there we go. Can never line it up right where I just do the path cut and it's sitting already flush and ready to go. Always got to rotate it and correct it. Okay, line it up there. Slide it to the back. Stretch, pull. I wonder what episode. This is probably going to be like the second or third. Maybe about the second episode on this build. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to have the videos going like 7 hours of building. So I don't think you want. Well, I don't know. Some of y'all might like a long video like that where somebody's just talking and rambling in the background, but let me know in the comments below if that's, if you like a longer video versus, if you like a single long video versus a chopped up mini series. But then you can always have like a playlist, I guess. But I guess there's advantages to each. Probably professional SL builders that are cringing at my non-technical techniques. Technical techniques, I guess. Because I'm not building by numbers. Usually people build by numbers and they're like, Resobox, make it this big by this big. And it looks like we're pretty close to the ground to where I could probably stretch these steps. Yep, stretch this step. And so I'm going to stretch all these just a little bit at a time, or a little bit overall. And just gradually, as I'm stretching these steps, I'm gradually going to be stretching them less and less until they all should even up, I guess. They should even up. Yeah, usually when they build, you're taught to build by numbers, and well, I mean, I just started building on my own, but usually if you go to the classes, they have you build by numbers. And we're gonna select any of the prims so we can have control of our avatar. Arms flailing, and I check the steps to make sure they work. Yeah, they work pretty good. We're not hitting our heads. How close are we to that? Yeah, I've still got a good ways away. So the stairs are looking good. I'm going to go ahead and come around here, and I'm going to go ahead and shift select all of those stairs, the rest of the ship, and link it together. 124 prims. I don't know what the limit you can wear is. I know it's a damn lot of prims you can be wearing because you got your hair, which is often made up of like 200 pieces, plus or minus. Let me see how I want to do this side. I think we're going to do, I'll get a little tricky. Instead of a box, we'll res a hemi-cylinder. spin that around like so. And I got the hiccups. I apologize for any funny noises coming across on the camera or in the video. I don't know, for me building is, I'm a hands-on guy in real life, so I'm a hands-on guy in Second Life. But sometimes people will, they want you to build by numbers, and so you know how long a build would take if I have to stand there and type in all these numbers and just grab the prim and give it a yank. I'm not sure how people, well, I guess people in 2003 when they first came to SL, they were probably building, oh wait, you know what? They were probably building both ways. They were probably doing hands-on grab and pull, and they were probably building by numbers as well. I don't know, I didn't come until 2000, I don't even know what date, 2013, yeah. I came on the scene late. I missed the big 2007 time frame when big businesses were in SL. That would have been pretty interesting to see. Like American Apparel and BMW and was it NBC and I think even CNN, they all had like they all had their little islands and their spots around SL. You could still see some of the remnants of the NBC stuff. There's still things that will give you like NBC shirts. I think I have one or two. But it's pretty funny. That would have been interesting though to see. But I guess they stopped because I guess big brands weren't making a lot of money off their real stuff. Or maybe they just felt it was too much time and too much of their time and effort into something that wasn't really going to pan out for them in the end. But I don't know, but there's a BMW, I think a BMW C7 video that's on YouTube. It shows the BMW, the 2007 BMW C-Class. That's what it is. BMW C-Class from 2007. It shows the advertisement in Second Life when they were advertising it here at BMW Island. Oops. So you could check that out. It's pretty cool little video. Uncheck, stretch both sides, stretch that cylinder down, have to recheck it and pull the end out. There we go. Recheck it off again. If you find therapy in building stuff, you'll probably really enjoy SL, because you can build stuff. Yeah, it seems really relaxing. It seems even more so relaxing because we're up here on this platform. We're not on the ground. Because generally people try and, sometimes people will mess with you when you're on the ground. Up in the air it's a little harder. I mean, they can come. Oh, and what's cool too about building up in the air is if here I'm gonna show you this really cool technique. First I'm gonna hit fly, just so I'm up off the ground a little bit. Page down, There we go. So I'm hovering. Let me get Queenie Meow back up. Stop your dancing. Have her come up here. But just in case you are building, so let's say you're building, doing your build, and you got somebody like crawling all over your build. So you got somebody like walking around all over your build, and they're just kind of being annoying. A really cool way to get them off your build up in the sky like this, without even like, they won't even know anything is going on. All you do is the part of the build that you're working on, if you haven't gone through the scripting yet, and you haven't done, if you're like at this stage here where you're still, you've yet to put in scripts because you don't want to mess up any, you don't want to break any scripts or anything. But just go to edit, and in the objects tab, all you're going to do is you're going to click phantom, and they're going to check out. You never want to hit temporary, because it's going to put a time limit on your build, and your build's going to disappear. And I don't know if you're going to be able to get that. I don't know if it goes in your inventory under your trash folder or not. It's best just to stay away from that temporary button. But yeah, you just click phantom, they'll fall right through, and then just recheck it back. And she's on the bottom, or she's actually on the, I think the platform's underneath her. I'm surprised she didn't fall all the way down to the ground. Is it I think the platform stopped her. The platform stopped her? Phantom? No, she's fallen. Let's get her. Fly. There we go. Catch her before she falls too far. So that's something. That's something cool you can do. Somebody's messing around with the build of yours. And there's lock too. Lock just kind of, just like it says, locks it in place. And lock's good for if you're throwing around a lot of textures on your build and you don't want to accidentally like retexture your build. You can hit locked while you're working on like one section like this. Like you'd hit locked, and then you'd be retexturing these pieces here, and you won't accidentally throw a texture on the rest of your build and mess the rest of your build up. But for you to work like that though, the other pieces have to be unlinked. They can't be linked up to along with the rest of your build. And that is a loud wind sound, isn't it? You know what? The easy way is just to go to communicate and contacts. Since it's got her on a collar, I might as well just give it a yank. There we go. Ooh, damn, she started flying. She started going through it again. I'm gonna have to find some music, what is that music called? What's that music called? That free domain music? Yeah, free library, public domain music, or open source music. That's what I'm trying to get at. Especially if you're like building this yacht, should get some free source music that sounds like Lionel Richie or something, you know. And I definitely don't want to put any music up on here and get in trouble, even though I think in one of the last videos I had GTA Vice City was like playing on one of the Yacht TVs. What happens if we, oops, that's the wrong way. Top shear, doesn't really make a difference in the top. And highlight that, and zero that out. Yeah, got that looking right about even, so we're gonna go ahead and actually, I'm gonna grab these 3 items and just shift drag copies of them. I'm gonna shift drag them all the way over to where those other 2 pieces need to be at. Can't really see, I think they're overlapped. There we go. Yeah, it looks good. And then I'm going to click the ship and click back on this guy. Oh, excuse me, I'm yawning. Sorry about that. Click on that guy, and I'm going to start. Oops. Gonna start clicking him, or path cutting. Path cut, restoring him. And move him right about there. How's that? Huh, why is that line up? Why is that line up all jacked up? Oh, that's on now. Okay, so these 2 pieces right here can be moved over some, and I guess this bottom piece here can be kind of stretch, edit link prims, and I'm going to well, some stuff's not lining up right. Let me check the other side. Lines up good there, so this must mean, what does this mean? Ah, that side's kind of into, now I see what I'm doing wrong. These 2 pieces are kind of inside. There we go. Do you hear that noise? What the hell is that? Like a spaceship or something? I don't know. Something weird running around down there. Okay, and as soon as that last piece is done, I'm going to hit shift, and we're going to have a big old shift select link party with all these pieces. There we go. Now the ship should be all in one piece. Any of the front pieces I'm forgetting? Nope, all them front pieces are good. Good. Okay, now we're gonna get to making the mast spoiler. Maybe it is a spoiler. Spoiler, the mast. I'm gonna have to look up what that is, but basically what I'm getting at is the antenna holder we're gonna go ahead and make now. I'm just gonna paint this kind of long and make it kind of high. About that high is good. Go to taper, we're gonna start tapering it, and then top shear, do a negative top shear on it. Maybe stretch it out a little more. There we go. Doesn't have to be exact, just has to be in proportion to the ship, because you don't want some little puny mast holders. Yeah, that's about right. Seems about good enough. Okay, we're gonna go ahead, shift copy drag a copy to the other side. Alright, you know what, these are, I'm gonna go ahead and actually Gonna delete this one because they're both looking pretty skinny. I might have made them too thin. That's about good. That's about right. That's about gooder. Shift drag a copy of that, and now the tricky part, not really the tricky part, but the trick piece we're going to use to bridge this is that, a torus, which kind of looks like a barrel, like a hollow barrel. It's like a fat bead. Let me see, how do I want this? We want it on its side and with the hole facing east. I'm going to stretch this out real quick, and now I'm going to do a path cut to see where our path cut lines up, right in the middle. 225, 225, and what? 825, 775. I don't know math, so I struggle. That's why I don't build by numbers. Pain in the ass. Okay, 750 and 225. No, 250. There we go. 250 and 750. Okay. I'm gonna bring them up and just rough them into the area that I need. Ooh, went overshot. Just roughly stretch this out. Yeah, cam is necessary. C A N. Just gonna say can. You're gonna know. Okay, can stands for cam as necessary. Which dot do I need to yank? The blue one. The blue one, pull it over like that. Doesn't match up, but what we're going to do is go to hole size, and on the second window we're going to click down. Once more for 5. Let's see. Now we're going to line it up a little more gooder. A little more better. Yeah, Midnight's off 9. Midnight's a pretty cool guy. No, see, 5 is too little. 10 is too much. Let's go with 7. Seven might be too much as well. Yeah, 7 is too much, I think. Alright, let's go with 6. 6. Yep. The 6 has it. Let's see. Go to this other side. Ooh, we're overhanging. Overhanging on this side. Pull that back. Yeah, still looks good. Looking at this area right here, covering that really nicely, not going over. But this side here, we're gonna have to go forward just a little bit. There we go. Alright, we could put more of an arch on that. Stretch both sides, grab the green square and pull up just a little. About that's good. That ways. And I'm already seeing a gap in the windows, or I did. Is there a gap? And it's a fine gap. Editing parts, uncheck, stretch both sides, have stretch on hand, and stretch the window. There we go. So you don't see that line. That's just one of the little tweaks you can do, and the other side's good. Let's link this mast, or the spoiler radar holder. Click this, main boat, link. And we might as well do, it's only 134 prims. Let's go ahead and do the antenna and all that cool stuff. Res the cylinder. Pick your cylinder up just a hair. Okay, now we're gonna go out a ways, grab the blue square, oops, grab the blue square and cam up a little bit, pull up, pull up as needed, and up more, back off. That should be pretty good. Get to the center, and we're going to stretch both sides and push both of the red sides into each other. Cam around, grab the green, and move them into each other. You can go by the numbers too and make sure like it's all perfectly round, but don't really need to. So on the red, between red square to square, it's 0.04813, and the other side is on the green side, between the two green squares, it's 0.06813. Just gonna rough push that in, and it's about as close. In position, uncheck stretch both sides, and we're gonna make 2 copies. We're gonna make 3 copies. You know what? 1 to one side, 1 to the other side. Hope those aren't too thin. Whoops. Yeah, they'll be fine. Okay, now the middle one, it's hard to cam on it, it's so damn thin. Middle one we're going to get all up on here. We're going to flip our camera, tilt it like this. Cam out, there we go. We got a nice view of that. And on the blue square, just shrink it down about that way. Some of them views can kind of flip your stomach, like you're gonna fall or something. Those are thin enough. Shift and you can roll in here, grab these guys, link them up together, and we're going to tilt them back because it'll look silly to have them straight up and down. That's nice and relaxed looking, and we're going to come down, down, down. Move them down to where they're just poking in the top of that mast. Look from underneath. They're not coming through from the other side. That's good enough. Actually, we're gonna move them back a little bit. Gonna carefully cam on them. Pull this back some. Gonna recheck, and it looks good. They're not poking through. Shift and link them up to the rest of the ship, and we have our antennas. You can make yours flexible if you wanted. You can have them waving around, but I'll just keep them rigid for right now. And for the radar, there's a couple different types of radar, and we're just gonna go with this kind. Hemisphere, we're going to stretch it out like so, pull down. It's about big enough. Pick up on them a little bit, and we're going to shift, drag a copy, rotate on the red circle. Get it just kissing that one's bottom. That don't sound right. And stretch both sides and stretch the bottom of it up. There we go. Pull back. And it could probably come down a little bit more. There we go. Hit position, shift, and link that. Drop it down. Close but not coming through our spoiler. Yeah, it's not coming through our spoiler. That's good. Now we're going to cam over, shift, drag a copy of that to the other side and place it at about the same position. As long as it looks good and as long as it doesn't intrude or penetrate any of our other prims, we're looking good. It's not sticking through the ceiling of this bridge archway. Spoiler, I guess you'd call it a spoiler. Spoiler alert. Lame jokes. I'm gonna walk up over here, and now we're going to. Oh, I'm gonna finish up the front part here. Then we're gonna put our seats. We're gonna put the seats in, but the actual seat that we're really gonna take to drive this thing, we're gonna put. That's gonna be built as one of the last build thing. It's gonna be like one of the last things that we're gonna build. Now the cylinder is facing backwards. Rotate that thing facing east. Remember, we're building our vehicles to the east, so when we script them, they'll be ready to go. We won't have to guess which way we're going to be sitting in them. I'm going to pull this one close to the edge, but I'm not going to line it up right on the edge. Kick the green out. Somebody's IMing me. Oh my gosh. Let me just, hold on, let me kill this. Get off my screen. Put my, censor that. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy ass groups in SL. I don't know where the hell I picked that one up from. Right about to the edge. Honestly though, with all the sex stuff, I find a lot of pleasure in building. I mean, it's just amazing what you can make. What you can get going, what you can build. It's awesome. I'm gonna blank that because that is, and we're gonna blank it and black it because that's gonna be our windshield. That'll be our main windshield. Okay, and then we're gonna do another backwards facing hemi-cylinder. Oh yeah, and if you grab in between these rings, look, it'll just be like it'll just get all like weirded, which you can kind of, I guess you can practice that, and if you like, you have a vehicle flip over, you can grab it and you can just like quickly try to get it back up on its wheels. Like here it's upside down, you just flip it back. But for building, if you accidentally grab that and your prim goes all crazy, you just gotta let off it and hit Control Z and it'll snap it right back to the last position. I've probably gone over that a couple times now already in the build, but I try and keep everything covered, so keep all the building stuff covered for y'all, so it'll be easy to follow along what I'm doing. Now you see down here, like at this cylinder, the max you can hollow out is 95. You know, in Worlds you can actually hollow out to 99. You can almost like kill the prim because you'll just about be going you just about be cutting the whole thing just completely out of existence or hollowing it out of existence. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm gonna have to do a video pretty soon about in Worlds, and I'll have the links and all that stuff. That's free to join too. It's another virtual world. I think money wise, I think money wise it's probably cheaper in Worlds, but Second Life is more like technically advanced. Like in SL we have the mesh and all that. And Din Worlds is probably like where Second Life was in 2007, I think someone said, or 2010. Probably 2007, I think they said. I mean, they're still building with prims, and sculpts are a real big deal in Worlds, but I have to do a video showing that some of the same stuff in SL as in Worlds as SL. Some of the furry avatars are there, like the exact ones you'd find at the freebies area here are in the freebie areas there, which must have taken some double work, because those furry avatars are those ones that are for sale like that. They're not sculpts, so there's no models or like sculpts anybody uploaded. They were actually all built by hand, so they would have had to build a set in SL, and then when Inworlds came about, they went in and built a set in Inworlds. Oh, now I need stretch both sides. There we go. Yeah, it's looking a little taller. It's looking a little better. A little higher. Sometimes, some of those boat windshields that we were looking at, they're pretty low. Like, who are they supposed to keep spray off of? I'm going to just roughly line this up. When we do the seats, I'm going to show you how we're going to easily make a guide, so when we're wearing all these parts, we'll line them up like perfect without any issues, or hopefully without any issues. But this guide's going to really help us. Okay. We're almost there. Let's see. I had to go and make ship controls, and for these ship controls, I'm just going to push this. Let's see, push this into here, and make like a dashboard. If y'all got full perm cars, like a freebie full perm cars, you can throw down their dashboards and link them into this, which would be pretty cool, because you can get some, I think there's some full perm sculpt cars you can get for, I think, like 10 linden. They're around 10 linden to buy, but there's our dashboard. We're going to shift drag a copy and start path cutting it. And which way am I going with this? See, I kind of got lost for a second because I didn't have it rotated. There we go. And well, you know what? And okay, I'm backwards. I want to do. I will recline it back. This is a one prim car seat. A one prim yacht seat, excuse me. This is how you make a one prim yacht seat, or could be a truck seat as well, because they sit up rather high. There's one prim rotated on the side, not hollowed out, but just path cut. Pull it over like so. There we go. Shift drag a copy of that for your passenger, and they look like they're a little too far forward. There we go. Link it all up. Take another square, throw it down. throw down another box, and let's see, pull it up. So if you have a car steering wheel too, you can throw one down. You can throw one down here. I kind of want to, I'm going to taper this, by the way, first, and then top shear the upper button and then push it in. Top shear some more. There we go. Kind of tempted to show you to like throw one of the car steering wheels I have. That's just one of the full perm sculpted ones that I got. I kind of want to, and then I kind of don't. I kind of want to leave this yacht as simple or as like basic as it can be, so that if you're following along, you're not like, oh man, I don't have that. Want to appear fair. And I won't do it. I won't do it because I want to show that you can. I want to show how you can properly build this thing without using any kind of sculpts or anything that you'll have to upload. At least when you get to the textures there, and you're gonna want to upload textures. But just as far as getting the build section of it, the build part of it down, I want to show that you don't need to worry about uploading or having anything special on hand. I'm resing a torus now, and now the torus is going to serve two functions. First, I'm going to shrink it so it's a little out of my way. Then I'm going to shift drag one of them down, or a copy of it down rather, and let's see, I want to go, oh, you know what, I want it back this way. We're going to path cut, I'm just going to path cut 500, but path cut 500 or wherever 500 lands. Oh, it landed right side up. I was about to say, if it was path cut like this, I would just flip it around to this size, stretch, and just, whoops, and I guess about that much. Going to go to hole size down about, would 10 be too, 10's good. Yeah, 10's good. Alrighty, I'm gonna go push this right here and down. Shift drag a copy, which I'm going to rotate facing the other way. And you can elaborate on this later if you want to. If you want to. But this is going to be our throttle. Stretch that in, or you know what? Just going to stretch both sides and get it about that big. Pop it down, put it to one side. Move around as needed. Stretch that one side out to the other. Why does that? Okay, we're going to go ahead and stretch both of these sides in to where it go. There we go. Right till it fits in that mouthish opening on the center torus. There we go. Just select everything together, with the handle being the root prim, just so we can grab the green circle and rotate it back and just position it about halfway, about in the mids of this other prim, and we got a power quadrant now. Throttle handle. And let's see, then for the steering wheel, we're just gonna do another torus. Res out one torus, stretch it up, do the whole size to about 10 is good. Yeah, 10's about good. Stretch both sides, gonna stretch it out about that much, not too big. That's about good. Position, bring it up, hit shift, pull down, and make that second torus a cylinder. It looks really jacked up, but this is really easy to fix. Just rotate it straight up. And come to, where is it at? Come to taper and zero out. Taper. There we go. And stretch on both sides. Stretch it close in. And let's see, we're gonna make take the red number on the size and make it match the green number below it, the Y number. Make the X and Y number match each other. There we go. Position, we're gonna pull that down. Pull it up a little bit. Actually, let's get it looking on the side. There we go. Okay, we're going to grab the torus again and make another, grab the torus and make another shift copy. Pick any, 500 on the path cut in the first circle, and that's actually just how we wanted it. And we're going to rotate that down. We're going to position right about there. Now we're going to go whole size and go to 5. Stretch both sides. Push both sides into each other, and we're going to go to profile cut and just go to profile cut, and after the 0 point, see it says 0 point and then 3 zeros. Highlight all three of those zeros and just put 5. And that'll take it to 500. Where's my cursor going? I hate when my mouse freaks out like that. And adjust accordingly. And position as necessary. There we go. And actually, we're going to go ahead and take that cylinder and move it down just a little bit more. There we go. Shift select everything, link it. And let's see, link it, then center it on your seat. Rotate accordingly to however you want it, nice relaxed, whether that's 50-degree angle, and put it on. Just looking at the seats, they kind of looked a little high there. Let's rotate this a little bit more. Alrighty, drop it down. Move a little forward. Shift select, stretch. Grab the cylinder and just throw the cylinder through. There we go. And I hit caps lock instead of shift. Shift select the steering wheel to the boat and link it with the boat being the root prim. I think that's about everything. I'm going to grab the green axis and pull the ship around to see I'm not leaving any prims behind. Control Z, there we go. Line it up to its last position. And now for, I guess we'll do it on the dashboard. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to res a cube, which I'm going to just shrink down to about, I guess we can do this as plates. Okay. I saw someone else do this. To their yachts on Marketplace. So this is going to be our alignment. And the way we're going to align it is we're going to have pull one square up, put it just touching. And let's see, this one will make black, and this one will make, whoops, that's not what I wanted. This one will make red. Shift select to select the other one, and we're going to bring a copy of those up. Just like this. Let me cam out and let me see. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so now we got. So now we're gonna actually highlight highlight your yacht. Then we're gonna shift and connect it to this bottom plate and link it. And the bottom plate we're just gonna put oh, you know what, I'm just gonna call it my yacht. So we're gonna put my yacht and then body. Then we're gonna click the next one and name it my yacht. First deck. My yacht. Second deck. And then my yacht. Third deck. Wait, 1, 2, 3, oh, 4. We need another. We need one more layer ending in black. Shift drag a copy of that up and just let it touch. And that's going to be fourth deck. And all the deck means is just that's the furniture. The furniture is going to be attached to this. So as we're building, oh, my shoulder needed that. Shoulder just popped. So our ship is on the first layer. So then when we're wearing this stuff, if we need to adjust it, we can adjust it from right here. This next red layer is going to have our, remember we have the hull of the ship. We have like a basement level of the ship, so to speak, and that's going to be attached to that red. This is going to be the roof trim for that. Then the first deck, or the first floor's furniture, is going to be attached to this one. The second deck is going to be attached to that one. No, yeah, the third deck is going to be attached to that one, and then the fourth deck, which this is the fourth deck, or the sun deck, or whatever, is going to be attached to that one. I just got them labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, so they'll be easy to easier to decipher. That one's the body, first, second, third, and 4th. Okay. I guess we can go ahead and shift select them all and go to texture, and I guess we're gonna go ahead and bring up texture and just hit blank, and that will clean up the ship and just exit out of get out of edit linked, and now our ship is clean, void of the plywood texture. I mean, our windows were already cleaned up from that, but the ship's looking good. It's a bit plain, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start to, I guess we can go and start texturing the ship. Actually, you know what? What I'm going to do first off, and what you should do as well at this stage, is I've got a couple copies of the ship already in my inventory just because, you know, taking it up at night when I was still building. So on this one I'm going to actually put, it's going to put the words final. That way I know that this is the completed ship, and I'm going to go ahead and shift select and grab these plates, all these plates, but I'm not going to link anything. Grab the ship as the last one. I'm going to click fly on Queenie Meow's viewer. I'm going to click fly on my own viewer, and I'm going to take a copy of the ship. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move it around a little bit to make sure that I do indeed have all the prims. Yep, I have all the pieces of the ship. And we may add railing to the front later on, but for right now, it's going to take a copy of the ship. There we go. And our inventory, my yacht body final, and you can see it's made up of the little parts that we did not get out of here. Pop up. It's made up of the little squares that we did not link together. So we go ahead, a yacht project into SL, recent items, objects, grab that, and we're going to just pop that right there. And we drag that out. Hey guys, I'm back again another night for doing building this yacht that we're making, our little yacht project. Yesterday, for some reason, my filming went out. My audio went out on the camera. I don't know what that was about, but I lost audio for the last 4 minutes or so of the build, and all I did. See, today I got us in a little skybox thing that I made where it's got the water running with a texture animation script and just a dome, and it's just a platform. I just made this ball around us. But let's see, yesterday what did I do? I just put in these end walls yesterday when the audio went out. That's what I think I was explaining. I think down here was fine. Yeah, it's putting on these walls, and I was talking about how there's not much room between the yacht and this sky dome, or the skybox. And all the skybox is really just, it's a Taurus. It's that barrel-shaped prim with water texture thrown on it, just a picture of water, and I threw a script in there that makes the texture move around. And then it's just a hemisphere for the top. It's like a little ocean dome thing going on. Well, yesterday I was just talking about textures, and let me head downstairs. And I was talking about textures, and I was just saying that I was going to wait till tonight to do the textures because it's really easy to get talking about textures and I lose track of time, and it was already getting pretty late for me last night. I'm going to get down to the bottom. We're going to go do the textures from the bottom up. All textures are just a picture. With sculpt maps though, bring up inventory. With sculpt maps, there we go. Textures, here we go. Textures and photo album. This is in the library folder at the bottom of everybody's inventory, so everybody has these. Everybody has these textures, and I'm going to be working with the 108 texture pack that the 108 texture pack you don't have, but you can get that for free very easily. But and textures it's just a picture. Like here, cherry, this is wood, so this is cherry wood, so you just double click it and it comes up, and there it is. It's just a texture. Redwood, what is the redwood? Oh, redwood planks. Actually, that'll work, and you can just drag and drop it on a prim, or you can click edit and go through the edit process, and if you hit edit link parts and do it and hit this in the texture tab, it'll texture everything on the prim. But like here, we dragged and dropped on this one, and you can see from, if you can get underneath, you'll see that it's just, you can kind of see it's still like it's gray underneath, and that's just because we only did it on this one edge, on this one face. Like, I'll just show you an example. On a hard prim like this, you have 6 faces, and if you drag and drop, you can actually drag and drop a prim on each face. Those two woods are kind of similar, but I'll click off. There you go. You can see it's different faces. Something like a Taurus has its faces all wrapped around, so if you throw anything on it, it's going to wrap all around the inside. And with the faces, you can, if you hit this select texture, you can select just that one texture, and if you want to make more if you want to make that texture repeat itself, you can, and it won't affect the other textures around it. And then like this one here, you could pull this one. If you use horizontal or vertical offset, that just pulls however many textures you have on the prim as it is. It'll pull it up and down side to side so you can line it up. That's good for if you have windows on the window texture on either side of the prim and you want to line the windows up, or a grid or something, you want to line them up. But and we'll just delete those. Select texture, click the front of the boat. Let's see, it's spin around. Okay, yeah. So you can just hit select texture, left click on this one, then hold down shift, click on this one. Now you got both of those selected, and you just hit select, and there we go. Now they both have the cherry planks. We'll go ahead and go to rotate right here, rotation degrees. Put a 9 in there for 90, and now they're like that, and we'll see which one. Okay. This top bar here is going to give us more planks, more planks, more planks. There we go. And that's how you can just add planks to it, to the, there we go. Let's see, for the sides, we can leave those blank, or we can put in some wood. Carefully cam around. I'm just hitting shift and I'm grabbing all these guys. And I guess, let's see, we go, how light is mahogany? Mahogany's kind of light. Walnut, what's walnut look like? Walnut's a little dark, we can go with that one. Bring up texture, and you can scroll down, hit library, scroll down some more, hit texture, scroll down some more to the wood, and then you can pick your wood. Walnut. Select. Now we got walnut sides. Whoops. Walnut interior. Well, walnut also up here, because this is all one prim, so we're doing the whole texture on this prim, so it's affecting above there as well as down below here. But do like this, and then you can edit link parts, position, start grabbing the stairs if you want. Grab all the stairs, and we'll make those. Let me see. You know what? We'll hit select texture, and we'll just grab the actual stair pieces. Let's see. We'll grab just the stair pieces facing us, and they're going to be, one side's going to be whole, and the other's going to be half prim. As you can see, our targets are alternating a full circle and a half circle, or semicircle, because of because those prims we cut to make the stairs. Hit this guy, and we'll just hit, just gonna type in rosewood, and that'll take us, that's another shortcut too, shortcut way. There we go. Select, and then you can hit the top of the stairs, shift, top, 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 cam, top, cam some more, oops, shift, top, 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 top. You can go to color as well and color them deep red. Select, get out of texture, and get out of edit, and then take a look at how it looks. And we'll come up to here. Man, this freaking floor is blinding. I have local lights shut off. Let me make sure. Preferences. I don't have local lights. I thought I turned them off. Hit local lights off. There we go. Now I don't know what local lights are on. Oh, maybe it's it could be a face light we're wearing, or it could be a face light that Queenie has on. That's what's probably killing it. Get out of inventory, hit edit link prims, and start grabbing these guys right here. Cam around. Grab that prim. And texture. Cherry, I have cherry. That's what I've got downstairs. Cherry planks, no. Cherry, no. Oh, you know, it wasn't cherry. Sorry, it was redwood, wasn't it? Redwood. That's what it was. There we go. Didn't even have the right wood selected. This one we didn't grab because we're gonna actually texture that floor different. But out here, let me see. You know what? Even down there, we're gonna go ahead and texture. Select. There we go. Now what we gotta do is turn all of this 90. There we go. And as you can see, some of these textures are already got a lot of planks, so we're just gonna click this. Just left click this so we only have this. And actually, what's downstairs looking like? Yeah, downstairs we'll go ahead and grab as well. Apologize for the yawning. And we'll just start moving it in. You can always tweak it exact. That actually looks pretty close though. Alright. Click on this front one here. I'm just throwing some rough textures around. You can always look up to what people actually have in their yachts as far as like textures and whatnot. Looking through in the library we have shag carpet, which is going to be which is green. Fabric short pile carpet under the fabric folder of our library in our inventory. Gray carpet, that doesn't look gray, it looks like green. We'll go with this short pile. Looks good. Alright. And you can choose to texture these walls or not. Wonder if we should texture the walls or nah. I guess we'll go ahead and texture the walls. Just real quick, select texture and just click, hold down shift, click around, grabbing those walls. I'm going to grab these divider walls as a whole after I do these, because right now I'm just doing faces. I'm just holding down shift and hitting left mouse click, left mouse click, left mouse click, alt cam around, shift, left mouse click, left mouse click, left mouse click, alt cam, shift, left mouse click, texture, arrow down, and I guess the same as down here, shift, left mouse click, select, cam back up, there we go. Oh, I forgot those little I forgot them little. I forgot about them little guys in the corner. Shift, left mouse click, multiple, select. There we go. Cam around is needed. Just gonna quickly left mouse click, shift, holding down shift, left mouse click, hold down alt, cam around, hold down shift, left mouse click, hold down alt, cam, left mouse click, and shift, hold down, left mouse click. Just camming around grabbing this stuff. Shift, left mouse click, and shift, left mouse click, and shift, left mouse click. Multiple, and just hit select. There we go. For the ceiling, just left mouse click on the ceiling. And shift, mouse click on that ceiling. Texture. And we'll just go with cherry then. Select. There you go. So it's just a rough way we can oh, you know what? Actually, as a matter of fact, instead of that, we're gonna shift and grab this instead. The carpet. The carpet might look good on it. How's that look for the ceiling? It looks alright. Editing parts, editing prims, and click these guys. Texture, and I think it was walnut, right? It was walnut. Oops. Walnut, not walnut. And new. That one. Yep. Select. There we go. Now all of these parts of the walls are done. There we go. And you can go in here and even grab that face right there that's white in the windowsill. I'm going to leave mine white though for now. And you can come out and do the rest of the ship like that. I mean, tweak on the stairs, got a gap in it. There we go. And then even right here, select texture. Let me see. It was the face was the wood. Yeah, face was the wood. Just like we did downstairs. Rosewood. There we go. Select. Top of the steps. And you can texture the whole stairs at your discretion. I don't have that great of textures in my inventory, but so textures are just pictures. You can make your own. If you want a drywall texture, you can actually like take a digital picture of your wall and upload it into SL for 10 linden per picture. Now steps match the bottom ones. Yeah, what else? These. Do the rest of this right here as well, I guess. Select texture in this here. That there, that. Actually, these two as well. The walnut. There we go. Kind of starts matching up a little bit. Even do these steps down here. Let me see. I'm gonna grab all these stairs. I just do all these stairs in walnut. Editing prims and just hold down shift and I'm just left clicking, left click. Left click, left click, left click. A lot of left clicking. Tons of left clicking. It's probably like 50 prims right there. And we'll hit walnut. Why not? Walnut, why not? There we go. Oh, not walnut. I'm sorry. We want rosewood. There we go. There's our rosewood steps. I can't climb up properly. I still can't climb properly. I had no problem getting through this in the test. There we go. And let me see. It's gonna cam down real quick to see the bottom. Oh yeah, the bottom is. Oops, that's not what I want. There we go. And for this one, I'm just gonna make the ceiling the same with that carpet as the texture. There we go. Whoops. And of course, with the steps, you're gonna have to get all these underside pieces. Edit, select textures, and grab that one. Shift, left click, shift, left click, shift, left click, and click that to open that, and select. There we go. And then I'm just going to do the same with this. Select texture, and I'm just going to grab all this stuff right here. Let me see. Spin the camera around. Just left clicking. Open that up. And what was it? It was cherry. It wasn't cherry. It was redwood. That's right. And somehow I missed this big old piece right here. There we go. Redwood, go ahead and spin all those pieces 90 degree. And I'm going to start, oh, you know what? I missed that piece right there. Just left click on it, hold down shift, left click on the adjacent piece in the select texture and hit OK. I'm going to just left click it by itself, hit 90, or just hit 9, and there we go. This one's going to need to be, whoops, stretched out. There we go. Now the rest of these textures, let me see. Left click that, hold down shift, left click on this one. And start bringing them in close, and then just click this one, and then left click and click this texture and start pulling them in close. Roughly, basically like that. There we go. There's our floor. Get the wall, select texture, boom, 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 boom. Grab up in here. Walnut, very easy to texture. Select, I'm going to click this piece right here. Is that the whole, yeah, that's the whole ceiling? Oh, except for this spot right there. Cam away, or cam back to right here. get all the underside pieces, and then we're going to click that and click carpet, because we're using that brownish color for the ceiling. Short pile, select, there we go. And we're looking good. Let's do these steps how we did the other ones. Left click, shift, left click, left click, left click, left click, all those. Camming as necessary with the Alt button, and back to shift. Grab that. Rosewood, there we go. Select. Alt cam and left click on this one. Shift, left click, left click, left click the tops now. Top of the stairs. Color this time and hit that burgundy color. Select, get out of edit. And everything appears to be in order. Now we're up here, we're already up at the top. Let's see, this one here, we're going to go ahead and the same. Actually, this one we're going to grab the pieces and make this make it the redwood texture first, and then go down below and do just the faces underneath. That'll be easier way to do that. Over here, actually, you know what we can do? We'll just keep going how we were. Redwood, select. Now what we're going to do is select texture, and we just need these faces right here spun 90 degrees. Don't forget to get that corner one. Click right in front of the 0, drop that 9, spin all that around. And grabbing this one here, we're going to stretch that one out. About so. There we go. And grab this texture here, shift this texture, shift that texture. You start bringing them in till they resemble the fine planks. And about there. We're going to go underneath, and we're going to start grabbing these textures next. Just left click with your mouse and grab, oops, I don't want to grab my tail. Grab these textures here, that one. Cam is needed, and the last one. Now we can hit carpet, short pile, select. There we go. X out of that. And I guess we'll do this up here. Select texture, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, that one, that one. Pull back, this one. Alt cam, shift, select that one, shift, select that one and that one. Okay, shift, select that one, which is the walnut, and hit select. And there we go. The rest of the yacht is walnutted on these textures. And hit edit link parts and select the seats. Well, position edit link parts and then hit the seats. Shift, hit the seat. Shift, hit the steering wheel. texture, and type in leather. This one I'm not sure if you have it. Yeah, you do have it in your fabric. Leather is leather brown or leather brown. I'll go with leather brown. Select. Leather seats. And if you have shine enabled, let me show you. Control P for preferences, bump mapping, and shiny. If you have that set, if you don't, you just check it and hit apply and OK. Then what you can do is you can add a Chrome-esque type, let's see, editing parts on position, and click this, 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 and this. And we're going to add a Chrome quality to these components by going into texture, hit texture diffuse, drop down menu, hit shininess, go shininess none. You can go to low and you can already see it start taking effect. Medium, and then the high shine gives it a really chromish type look. If you don't have the bump map and shiny enabled, though, you won't see it, and they will appear as regular white textures. We'll go ahead and make that one as well. Leather. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, whoops. Scroll down. Leather brown. Texture. There we go. And then these can be whatever color the dashboard. We'll make color those. We'll give them a texture. And we'll make those the rosewood as well, so they kind of stand out. There we go. That doesn't look too bad for a very simple yacht interior. Also got the throttle and the steering wheel. I think that's there's some white edges over here that you can go back and you can color those if you want, or you can just leave the walls white. But I mean, it's really up to you. But so this is how our yacht came out, textured. Now on the windows, what we're going to do is select texture, click the windows, hit shift, left click, shift, left click, alt and cam around, and shift, left click, left click, left click. Shift, left click, left click, left click, and let's see. Alpha is how clear this is going to be, and 50. It's pretty clear now. You can see through it. It's tinted, and you can see through it. We don't want people seeing in our yacht that easily, though. So we're going to go ahead and go to a 5. There we go. It's somewhat see-through, but the tint's really keeping out the prying eyes. So we can go ahead and click on the inside. Now on the inside is going to be a different story. On the inside we want to be able to see who's out there good. So we're going to click on those items. Roll down, click again, left clicking. And now down here we're going to hit 50. And then click the next box over, so that will take effect. And now we can see out, but other people have a hard time seeing in. I'll go downstairs to show you. You can see very easily out, but people out can't see in. Or they can see my green lines, but as far as looking at me, like, it's like really hard to see me. So that's a cool thing you can do with the windows. Alright, well I think our yacht is about finished, so we can go ahead and let me see. I'll color inside of here real quick. Or I'll texture inside of here real quick. Click that. Shift left click, shift left click, shift left click. Select. There we go. Just a real quick and easy, quick and dirty texture job right there. I didn't texture over here. This area right here that I left white is just because sometimes it, as you can see, it extends beyond the windows, and if you color it in, that will be colored in as well. You can add a separate prim that stops right at the glass, so you can have like all this brown or matching the interior, and you can have this still be white out here where it'll match the exterior. But okay, at this point I'm going to grab all these layers, shift and left click, left click, left click, left click, and I'm going to take a copy of the boat as it is right now, all textured up nice and neat. And oh, I almost forgot. Actually, I'm going to hit Edit Link Prims. Whoops. Grab the antenna. Grab one of the antenna. Edit Link Prims. There we go. One of the antenna, two of the antenna, and all three of the antenna. And same thing. Texture, diffuse. Go to shininess, specular, shininess to high, and then back to texture. There we go. And out of Edit Link Parts. So we'll have a silver, a chrome nature to our antennas. Then I'm going to come in and just resume my shift left clicking for all that stuff. And right click and take a copy. Now we have a copy of our textured, that is weird, it looks like it's moving, but it looks like it's sucking us in or whatever, but it's not. Oh, now it is. I mean, now I fell through the dang center of the prim. Now we have a textured copy of our yacht. And now we can start throwing down the furniture. And that's going to be the next step. So we're going to re-res it back out, and we're going to start throwing down furniture and start kind of determining what we want on the different decks. You may want a game room on one deck where there's a bunch of pool tables, and then the next one you might want a bunch of couches and beds and that. And of course you can look back on the other videos we did where we're actually reviewing those other yachts, and which I was partly reviewing those to show off this the glamorous luxurious yachts of Second Life, and also for us to get ideas for making our own yacht. So you can always go back over those videos and look at the different yachts and say, how do they have theirs set up, their different floors, what do they have on their different floors, and then like that'll give you an idea as far as what you want on yours. So I'm going to go ahead and re-res out this yacht, and we'll get busy dropping furniture. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and cut this video short here. It's a good spot to stop the video, and I think it's going to be about just over 2 hours long, which is a little longer than I like, but it's not overly long. So we're going to keep on building this yacht. Just tune in. I'm going to be getting the rest of these videos out very soon on this, and we'll have this thing up and running. And things are going so far. In this video, we got our little identifier for the different floors, and we're gonna later start linking our furniture to those little different colored sections, the black and the red ones, the black and red plates that were on the top of the ship. That's going to make it easier to move around those parts later if we have to adjust. So it's going to be a very smooth system, very organized system when we get this thing all made up. So tune in. In the meantime, you know what to do. Make your daddy proud by clicking that like, rate, and subscribe button. Sharing you can share my videos on Facebook. You're more than welcome to, or wherever. And until next video, this is Thomas XSL saying take care.